Hello, homeschoolers. It's Uncle Larry with a early Sunday morning Zen edition of calming, peaceful homeschooling video. I'm tuning a auto harp that is like a Bob Ross video. My dear friend Miss Melissa, who's the teacher for my sweet boys at school, brought this over last night, along with some amazing homemade latkes that she made for the boys. And the only tragedy is that we didn't have sour cream to go with the latkes, but we got it. And the boys are in the other room watching a movie, and I'm having my morning coffee, and I'm trying to tune up this auto harp, but I just figured I would check in, talk to you guys for a while I'm doing it. Hope everybody's good. Man, my heart was broken last night just watching that shit on the news about those 6 people died in Nashville last night in a tornado in Clarksville, which is a good bit away from where I'm at. But oh man, I just was thinking about it all night. I was telling my boys, I mean, he's like, there's probably just some dude and his wife trying to take their kid out to eat somewhere, and they just die in a tornado. Just amazing how fragile life is, and you just think about how any second something like that could happen, you know. So enjoy every sandwich, as they say. I've got this tuner here, the best tuner. Remember these, the ham sandwich I call them, because they look like a ham sandwich. Tuning up this thing. I got it roughed in. It was pretty out. It was like at least a half step flat. Probably been sitting in some room somewhere for ages, but what note is that? A, you guessed an A. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, just had a fun day yesterday. I was going to tell you about. Did a really fun session at Smokestack Studio, that studio that Paul Moak owns, the guy that was in The Amazing Dogs. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton did a duet song, amazing song that they came in with. And I put together a little band, and this guy named Scott Hendricks, who's an old buddy of mine, produced it. We had a good time, man. It was really, really fun. I've always loved Blake. He's one of my favorite people. The guy is such a cool dude, and he's fucking hilarious, man. Absolutely hilarious, dude. And of course, I knew she was going to be cool because he wouldn't be with her if she wasn't cool. But Gwen is like the coolest, man. I mean, we had such a blast. While we were making that track, I remember having the feeling, you know, wow, I feel like I'm playing on a hit record, which is a pretty rare feeling that you only get once in a while. It was a really good song, and just while we were doing it and making that record, I was just thinking, man, this sounds like a fucking hit to me. And I hope it is. You never know, man. You know, there's always this stuff, you make these records, and you know, sometimes people don't release the albums, and you know, you never know what the fuck's gonna happen to a song when you record it. But she really seemed to really enjoy the process of making a record in sort of a Nashville style, because she's used to just doing everything on a computer, track by track. That's how she's done it her whole life. And just having a bunch of guys in a room jamming with her was like a totally foreign experience for her, and she seemed to really enjoy it. And you know, it's funny to think that like Nashville's like the last place where people do that shit, you know, get in a room and jam and don't try to piece together a record track by track, you know, on the Pro Tools. But yeah, couldn't say enough nice things about her. She was extremely cool, and I've always loved her, and always loved No Doubt, and all that shit. Good shit. So yeah, I got a few things in the VCB. Here, let's try to tune this thing for a minute. It's hard to tell which string you're on. See, it has the little markings there, but you get lost with your little hammer as you're trying to tune this thing. This is like a Bob Ross video. I swear to God it is. It's like, you can make it wiggly. I love Bob Ross, man. I sit and watch that stuff sometimes when I'm really kind of when I need to be zoned out. Let's see what we got here. One guy said, oh, by the way, the Univibe sold immediately. And I also wanted to say thank you to a guy named Jake Nagy, who came by last night, and we had been wrangling a deal. He bought my 62 Strat, and he came by last night and picked it up, and we hung out for a while and played a little guitar. He hung out with the kids. It was cool, man. He was a very cool dude. Miss Melissa came by with the lot because we had a little party going, and while there were tornadoes happening in other parts of Nashville and people were dying. It's just incredible. I also wanted to say thank you to a guy named Jan Lee, Yannly, for sending these 2 really cool fuzz pedals that he made. The other one's in the other room, but this is like a copy of a very early Big Muff, and it sounds fantastic. It's really good sounding. He calls his company, what does he call it? Body and Soul Instruments, he calls it. So look these up. Really good sound. And very cool that he did that. Put his hard-earned time and money into that, and sends it to Uncle Larry. I appreciate it, you guys. All the sweet things you guys do for Uncle Larry. I appreciate it. Okay. What note is that? Needs a little tweaking here, kids. That's an A sharp. Let's see if we can get it right. This is what I'm doing all morning. Tuning an auto hop so the kids can have fun with it. But here's what it sounds like when you get it up really close. I mean, check it out. Well, it's not really close, but there's a D minor, E7, A minor, D7. That one needs a little work. I remember being on a gig one time with, I shouldn't even tell this story. Oh, Lord. We were doing this long time ago. We were doing this TV show called Women Who Rock. And I was playing guitar for Winona Judd. And so it was mostly just these women, like Sheryl Crow, Nancy Wilson, and Cyndi Lauper, and all these gals all in a big circle. And Winona was invited, but Winona doesn't really play guitar, so she had me kind of sit behind her and play acoustic. And we were at the rehearsals, and this is long before I ever worked with Cyndi Lauper in the studio. This is way back, and I remember, they were all like at the rehearsals. They were all frantically trying to figure out what song each other was going to play. Right? Oh, what are you going to play, Nancy? Oh, what are you going to play, Cheryl? And everyone said, Cyndi, what are you going to play? And they said, you should play True Colors. And Cindy's like, I don't know it. I don't know it. I don't know how to. And she's holding this like auto harp like this is what she was playing. And, they all wanted her to do True Colors, but she didn't know how to play it. So I quietly, got up out of my chair and I walked over to her like when no one was looking, and I very quietly said to her, I said, hey, Cyndi, if you want to do True Colors, I actually know it on guitar. And she was like, completely blew me off. She was like, yeah, whatever. She turned completely blew me off. And I was just standing there going, whoa, okay. Oh, man. Celebrity diss. That was one of many times I've been celebrity dissed, but boy, that was a good one. She acted like I didn't even exist. And then we got in the studio later on and things got even weirder. Yeah, that was a fun memory. Let's see what else we got in VCB here. A lot of people agree with me on the Robert Palmer thing, thinking that he's the man. He's totally underrated. I agree. He's incredible. Let's see. One guy said, the whole Unsung Heroes record by the Dregs is great, but Day 444 is the most amazing and most touching tune on it. I agree completely. A lot of people stuck up for me on the Kid Rock thing. There was a couple of people I immediately had to block because they say shit. They just can't help it. They can't even be happy for old Larry that he's having a good time on a session. They have to say something negative. They can't help it. I don't know why we all do it. I guess it makes it feel better to talk shit. Is that why we do it? Hey Tom, I bought the Music City Bridge you talked about for my 2023 Gibson Les Paul Jr. I put it on last night and it's freaking primo. Damn right it is. That shit works amazing. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm not just saying that because I'm involved in it. If you guys ever try one of those, you're gonna be like, duh, why didn't I get this years ago? Okay. All right. I think that's it for today. I don't want this to get too long because I can't upload it. We're getting up towards 100,000 subscribers, and I appreciate it, you guys. I really appreciate all the sweet donations. There was one guy, I was going to try to find his name here. If I can find it. There was one fella, he, let's see if I can find it. He sent the most sizable donation in homeschooling history. This fella, man, I wish I could find his name. I'm looking through my emails here. But he knows who he is out there. And I just said, man, dude, thank you so much. I'm speechless. And he said, you're doing a good thing, boy. Keep on moving with it. And I appreciate it, man. Seriously. I hope you guys are getting some of these videos. I hope you guys got some hot bets today. I'm going to look at the NFL lines real quick while we're looking here and see if anything jumps out at me. I haven't even looked at the games. Let's see what we got. Bucks, Falcons. Stay away from that one. Lions, Bears. Kind of hard not to bet against the Bears because they're pretty terrible. Colts, Bengals. That should be a good one. I like that new quarterback for the Bengals, man. He's pretty badass. Jake Browning. He's calm and collected. Like C.C. DeVille. Browns, Jaguars. Browns at home. I'm staying away from that one. I'll bet the Browns are going to tear them up, though, without Lawrence. Lawrence is out. Okay. Panthers, Saints. Jets, Texans. Boy, I think I'm going to bet that game. Texans minus 3.5 against Jets. That's kind of a no-brainer. C.J. Stroud, he needs that game. Jets are done. That's my bet for today, kids. All right. Hope you guys are good. Take care. Happy Sunday. Bye-bye.